eggs. Purgatory. Alright. Let's see. Is this actually on yet? Yeah, looks like it's on. Okay. Hey everybody, we're making eggs in Purgatory, the best hangover food known to man. Not that hungover. So, let's see, where's the camera? All that this recipe requires is, you got your diced tomatoes and eggs, and that's pretty much it. And you can put in some nice bread at the end, and also cheese, but I'm lazy. So, recipes online, let's get the spices, which is mostly just like a lot of chili powder, and I don't know, basil. That's cool.
You're missing cumin. Why are you missing cumin?
What do you mean missing cumin? Why do you put cumin in here?
Eggs in Purgatory?
Yeah.
It's a Middle Eastern.
No,
recipe.
this is the English spice version.
What?
This is the Middle Eastern version is called shakshuka. Yeah.
You don't put cumin in?
If you're making shakshuka, you put cumin in. But if you're making like white version, you put like boring
But
spices.
cumin is the greatest spice known to man.
Okay, fine. I'll put cumin in there this time for you. Jeez. Alright, so apparently if people have opinions, you put cumin in. Where's their cumin? Cumin. God. I just want my white, like, that's why I put cheese in there sometimes too, right? It's just like, you know, a little boring. Oh, I should put up the chat in case Twitch chat is chatting about this. Oh, man. Starting stream a little early to make some eggs in Purgatory. Okay, there you go. Alright, so... Oh, man.
Yeah, I always thought that eggs in Purgatory was just a less effort version of shakshuka.
No, it's like, the difference is also in the spice blend.
Huh.
Because this is like, because also it has such a dumb name because it's like the English version, right?
Well, it's the Italian version.
Is it?
English? Maybe.
I don't know. Look, I got this website from Belgium, so this recipe from specifically Olivia. So she introduced me to the concept of eggs in Purgatory, and I've been addicted ever since. So, and since I learned that eggs in Purgatory, not shakshuka, that's why I make it this way. So we got our tomatoes and we got our egg boys. Well, I guess I could peel some garlic too. Close out some of this stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, like, what's her face? K-Kim just makes it by, yeah, Eggy Boys. K-Kim just makes it using tomato sauce, like pasta tomato sauce, so I think I'm better than that, at least. Alright, our tomatoes, and we got our eggs. Fry up some garlic. It's good to see that you finally made it to stream, Linstra. After you missed the last cooking stream. He's the person who's been really excited about cooking streams, so. What is this? Destroyed pan. Well, I mean, we have better pans, but, like, you know, I feel bad using them. All the pans in my house were always wrecked, so working with working nonstick pans feels like a gift. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's because my parents also didn't really like pans and stuff like that, you know, like the nonstick sprays. It's probably reasonable, but yeah, I feel bad using nice pans for things, especially like freaking eggs in Purgatory. Oh, man. Marcus is doing the coding interview, so he's gonna join us maybe at like 12:30. Yeah, we might actually transition into like actual Overcooked in a bit after cooking this. But...
And what streaming was that too?
Streaming's from 12 to 2.
Oh,
yeah, but you're practicing, right? So. Yeah, Mahidabel's off on the Piker retreat. That's why she's not here. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man, am I gonna get a DMCA copyright notice? They're pretty vicious about it. They got like machine learning algorithms or pattern matching or whatever to detect any sound of the copyrighted music. So I'm actually kind of curious if they'll detect this.
well, assuming you keep talking over it.
No, because I was doing the coding thing and I put on some background music and I was talking over that the entire time. And like, yeah, they caught every single song. So I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, life feels bad, man. What's comments say? Is it really non-stick if the non-stick coating is gone? Well, no, like we have natural nice pans. Yeah, like this is a reasonable pan. Let's get this into the let's say this is perfectly reasonable and like usable. I just feel bad using nice pit stuff in the kitchen. Anyways,
Why else would it be here?
huh? For other people who care more. Oil. I'll get some nice sizzling action. ASMR up in this stream. Well, we'll just do it with the fan off. Alrighty. Well, it feels good not having to look at the recipe for this one. Definitely the chocolate pie was a time of like juggling the stream and like wandering back and forth. Oh. Yep. Same. Who likes extra chunky peanut butter here? I know that Squishimit like hates chunky peanut butter with a passion. I think that was her secret Satan gift at one point.
I remember Ben being opinionated over peanut butter. I forget what it is because I never eat peanut butter anymore.
Peanut butter's pretty good.
I used to be allergic to it as a small kiddo.
Peanuts or
Peanuts.
Okay.
And my aunt, being the ER physician, thought I was making up my peanut allergy.
Nice
so
meme.
she would sabotage my food sometimes. So I've been conditioned to just hate peanuts even though I've grown out of the allergy.
That's really funny. Twitch asked, why did I melt the butter during the pie stream? It's because I had a hard time like mixing it in. And I know that like if you melt the butter via microwave or just soften it by letting it sit on the counter, it changes the properties of it. But like, whatever. I just needed to make a pie. I think like one thing you'll see from this whole cooking stream is that I'm part of the YOLO school of cooking, which means that like even now, like how hot to heat the oil and everything. Like people care, but I don't. So this kind of happens. I don't know. I also don't bake very much. Like, more of this, like, stove kind of stuff is more of what I do. So I'm a little more comfortable with this. Whereas for baking, I'm like, I don't know, man. Yeah. So yeah, onions, garlic, just fry some stuff here. Nearly frozen butter when making pies. Okay. But then how do you mix it in with everything? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't usually bake that much, so I think you'd probably be more of an expert on that part. But like stovetop cooking, I got this covered. So let's see if it makes a big flash this time. I don't think so. I'm doing this a little earlier. I didn't know there was Lady Grey tea. What's the difference?
Earl Grey tea has bergamot, which is a kind of orange.
Okay.
That's the sort of characteristic. This is what the Earl likes, so this is his tea.
Yep.
Lady Grey, I want to say has lavender instead of bergamot.
Okay.
But it tastes different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're kind of related, or no?
They're both black teas.
Okay.
But like in the same way that Earl Grey tastes very different from breakfast tea.
I see.
Lady Grey tastes different too. I think the recipe is the same aside from the bergamot / whatever flavor she likes.
I see. What?
I don't remember the history of that one.
Let's see. Oh, you make the food processor, and then the little chunks of butter make the crust really nice and tender. So that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if you can see the stand mixer that we have. We have just this kind of like jank stand mixer that I got off of like Reuse, which is the equivalent of like the MIT Craigslist. So yeah, and then at this point you pour in your tomatoes, and then you just kind of add in whatever spices you want. I kind of like to mildly die when I eat this when I'm hungover, so I put in a lot of red chili peppers. And then usually I put in basil or something, but apparently I'm putting in cumin this time because that's the proper way to do it. Apparently.
The proper way to do it. It's delicious.
Uh-huh. Anyways, add a little bit of cumin.
In answer to your question, Lady Grey has orange and lemon peel instead of bergamot.
Okay.
Cumin's delicious.
Cumin's great. It's just like, well, we'll see. I really like, Euro let me use some fresh basil the last time I made this. And we had cheese in the fridge, so that was a good time, TM.
Well, there's non-fresh basil. In fact, it's mostly basil. It's not my favorite one.
Well, give it to the piggos.
It's moldy.
Give it to the piggos.
Do piggos eat mold?
They'll pick around the mold. If you think it's too bad, then don't give it to the piggos.
Yeah, I think it's past the point of piggos.
No.
Like, here's the backside.
Yeah, that's past the point for piggos.
Don't torture the piggos.
They do that enough themselves. Oh, man. Alright. Add some salt. Like, I still really like the Twitch form of, like, cooking streams because, like, you know, it's always really frustrating when frickin', like, Julia Child says, like, oh, or not Julia Child, like, Rachel Ray is like, oh, and then look, like, in the oven is the thing that I totally was cooking the entire time, you know, and then it's just like, well, you know, now I gotta pause the video and go, like, 20 minutes back to the past or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like Rachel Ray's stream.
I mean, I don't watch.
think-
I don't watch traditional cooking streams really. For like pretty much like.
I watch what's it? June's Kitchen for the cat videos. It's half a cat video, half a cooking thing because he cooks. But the point about his video is his cats insist on tasting / smelling all the ingredients first, and so they like hop up on the countertop above and watch him cook.
It's so cute.
It's really.
It's so cute. Anyway, so the point is that now you put the tomatoes in there, and you want to get this hot enough again to fry your eggs. I usually put, and you can put as much eggs as you want, really. Yeah, this recipe's real easy. This, again, best hangover food. I was in New York, and I had gotten really drunk because I visited the Jeopardy bar. And then, like, at 6 in the morning, I woke up, and I was like, I need my eggs in Purgatory right now. But the guy whose house I was staying in, he didn't have a can opener, so I was just, like, stabbing a can at, like, 6:30 in the morning. If you have a can opener, this recipe's really easy. I don't recommend stabbing cans in the middle of the morning. Oh, I should get more. I'm running out of nice tomatoes, though. I'm thinking about getting a car and just making the Costco run and also the liquor run at the same time because they're both in Everett. So. Oh, man. Oh, man. Phone. It's probably like, you're streaming and soon. What is this? Oh no, someone texted me. Yeah, so there was a party last night, and that was just a friend texting me. It was like, oh, I was doing okay. So, and hence there was a party last night, which is why we're making the best hangover food. I don't know. It's like I put too much water in. There's also a Brazilian party last night that Yvonne was helping organize, and that was pretty interesting. They played a lot of music that was like Brazilian hits before Yvonne was born, and so like everybody knows all the words and everything, but it was also just like a completely different style, and like I didn't really know how to dance to it. It was a pretty fun culture shock. Yeah. So.
I thought your style of dance was just flail around, so wouldn't that apply to most music?
Yes, but like it's like the very different beat structure. Like that's why it was like a good culture shock because I didn't realize like just like the beats and the rhythms are like much different than what I'm used to, you know. I like don't even know what kind of genre of music it was. It was also interesting because like Yvonne was like face palming it sometimes because it was like this song is really dumb, but since it's like all Portuguese, I'm just like generic Latin music. I usually don't wait this long. I think I wash dishes or something. I don't know. Ah, man. Is it spicy? Yeah, I put a ton of red pepper flakes in here, but like you don't have to do that if you make it at home. Like the red is mostly just coming from the fact that I put 2 cans of diced tomato in here. So, I can smell the cumin now. It's pretty nice. Anyways, so then when it looks like hot enough to fry an egg in it, that's exactly what you do. You fry some eggs in it. So yeah, just go like this. And so this is where it's getting its name, Eggs in Purgatory, because it's really more of like an Eggs in Inferno kind of thing, but I didn't name this dish. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier also. What's this guy's username? Dark. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, but there's also a version called shakshuka, which is more of a Mediterranean spice blend, versus Eggs in Purgatory, which is more like English, I guess. So that one uses cumin, whereas the other one you use more like basil or something. So up to you. Yeah, and then now it's you pretty much just fry the egg, make sure it's cooked to how you want it, and then you're done. Also around this point, like after the eggs cook a little bit more, you can put in cheese, and it's really nice. Just enough cheese to melt it. I always find it really hard to not break the egg, so let's see if I will succeed this time. Okay, maybe I should have put in more eggs. I don't know. Probably will be fine because I have bread this time. Usually I don't have enough bread just like lying around, and so I just eat this plain. I think that's when I use a little more eggs. But also, the more eggs you put in, the higher chance you will have of not breaking one. Or rather, like, higher chance of there being one still to bite into at the end of your one. I really like how the color of the white, like, mixes in with the color of the red.
Let's unpack that.
Thank fam. I did literally take a class about color in film, so, like, I could unpack that further, but I just want to eat my egos.
You're the one literally doing a Twitch stream about your hangover dish.
Huh?
You're the one literally doing a Twitch stream about your hangover dish.
Whatever, man. It's thematic. We're gonna do Overcooked, right? So. I'm part of the hashtag millennials who can't do anything unless it's documented for the world to see. Oh, did the pie go bad?
No, I ate it. There's
Oh.
no crust left, but I just want to eat it.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention. I thought there was one slice left. I didn't realize you had consumed it. Oh, this looks a little empty. Maybe I should have put another egg in there. Oh well. Yes, that's it. Eggs in Purgatory. Thanks for joining us. We'll be playing Overcooked in like 20 minutes / whenever Marcus gets done with the interview. Alright. See you guys. Unless, I don't know, Twitch chat is pretty quiet. Yeah. Alright.